It's been a while, Rinesita.
What prey do we hunt this time?
The Drenodian.
Rover, what brings you back to the inverted tower so suddenly?
Something's come up. I need Cardathia's help to deal with it. Did something unusual happen here?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything appears to be in order. I didn't come because of any disturbance. There are matters I, too, need to discuss with Cardathia.
You never did get to say what brought you here.
Cardathia reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the Dark Tide, or Leviathan.
Was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this. Her death. Exactly as it's happening now. That woman. She was using Dark Tide energy. Could she be another Harbinger? Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Cardathia to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe. The rest, I entrust to you.
This nose? I could track the Dark Tide blindfolded. Let's follow the stench and hunt down this killer. That's weird. The trail ends here, but... my head's starting to spin again.
It's the Dark Tide's energy messing with you again. You can rest. I'll search the area. Abby. Asleep already. That drowsiness should have worn off by now. Another side effect of the Dark Tide? Since leaving the inverted tower, Raguna's sky, what happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! Slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil.
Avidius? What are you doing out here?
What any gladiator of Septimont is born to do. Hunting. But you, Your Grace, you vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry? That's a long story. Let's speak of more pressing matters. Are you after the Thundering Mephis as well?
No. I'm tracking someone else.
Silver hair and violet eyes, cloaked in cursed shadow-lit flame. So you seek the one they call Discord Slayer?
Discord Slayer. Sounds like you know something about her.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent Tacit Discord outbreak in Raguena City is tied to her presence. Your Grace hasn't heard. It struck not long ago. I had gone there in search of the Quill Bearer. While gathering information, the city was suddenly overwhelmed. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the Dark Tide. The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. Without it, common echoes can't be used, and Raguena is no longer secure. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Alvarado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed. It's the only way to protect them.
A TD outbreak. Right after I left. But while I was there, I didn't even sense a ripple.
The Thundering Mephis has fled. The path ahead is safe.
Thank you for your help, Gladiator. Alvarado Vault isn't far from here. We can handle the rest of the journey.
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. The townsfolk shared some troubling whispers. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of Tacet Discords, leading them like troops into battle. What's more, many have confirmed that the unrest across Raguena coincides exactly with her appearances. The time and place match perfectly. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguena. I sensed a malicious frequency we both know well. The Dark Tide. Of course. Even if she didn't cause the outbreak in Raguena City, the connection is undeniable. The Dark Tide is Rinasita's ancient enemy. If you're hunting her, allow me to join you and lend my aid.
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts now?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Dark Tide creation. This frequency it left behind, we can track it, and from there draw out the Discord Slayer herself. To that end, we'll need this.
An Anchor Stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again. What a hollow existence. Who scripted your delusions?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quill Bearer here in Raguena, right?
I grew weary of waiting. When I heard rumors of his presence in Raguena, I came to find him myself. No trace of him yet. But I've learned this much. Here no verses were ever penned about me. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. Here, I am a completely blank page. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some hero of heroes crafted to Septimont's expectations, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. Free to define my own existence. Free to create a reality of my own. This matters more than finding him.
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else could decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny. You'll find your own truth. I know it.
You honor me. I hope to prove worthy of that belief.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now, tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her. And trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinasita, use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Cartethia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the Tidespawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The Tidespawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine now. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We handled those creatures just fine.
This Phalian Beringal. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next wave spawns. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis, then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly. Silence, you maddening whispers! No. No, I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can still do. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalio Fells. I still wanted to do something, anything to stop the devastation. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me. Countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself and was corrupted by them. My hopes and dreams. All of it was real, so why? Why did it all come to this? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the might of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king, bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory with the blood of the old king.
Phidias, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Fate lies within the dark tide. No one escapes the net it casts. Wield the dark tide's power, and it will consume you in turn. Come back to us.
I am nothing like you.
How do you plan to resist us?
There must be a way. Girl, was she devoured by the tide too? Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. Assimilates everything. If I can't escape it, then I'll use it. It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I be the one who devours them? These false frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the Tidespawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Ovidius!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That, too, is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Renacita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I too await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Renacita. You think you're just walking away?
Ah, my stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The Harbinger of the Dark Tide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Dark Tide.
Then, why didn't the Light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death, that created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed something.